under and throw no-look hooks. Like there, he's not even looking at the target. He's throwing at the last place he's seen his head, and he connects and drops Sullivan, I believe this was in this fight. But he's going to be vulnerable to shots like that. But will it be enough? I don't think it will be, because Beterbiev fought as a heavyweight and a super heavyweight in the amateurs, according to Max Kellerman. So I don't think that, just looking at the two physiques of the guys, one looks really, really bigger than the other. And I don't think that Joe Smith has enough to land that shot. And he tips this shot away before he throws it. And every time he throws this shot, he dips down before he throws his shot and tips off to his opponent that this shot is coming. If he's been watching film on Joe Smith, he can land that counter right hand over the top of Joe Smith's jab. And like I said, take away his confidence. And then when he's inside and loading up with those big shots, catch him with short hooks. If he does those two things, he'll win the fight very easy. Help those ghosts of Eddie come even faster. Well, they were watching film, and they watched the Bivol fight and seeing that Joe Smith comes forward and uses his jab and gives up his height, and he's able to be countered over the top of that jab with the right hand. Fights are like puzzles, and then afterwards you'd be like, oh, it makes perfect sense. Why didn't I see that? You know, that's hindsight's always 20/20. But look here, he jabs to his guard, right, to set traps and draw his jab, and then pulls out of range and comes over the top. That's a move that Artur does consistently throughout the whole fight, and it makes sense that one fighter's flaw would be his downfall for another fighter's signature move. Listen to his trainer's game plan.
Smith tried to put pressure on him, and he just counterpunched him. Boom, just short little shots, you know? Those are the short little...
So they watched film and seen he was vulnerable, and he dips before he throws his power punch. Notice Artur stays at the end of his jab and then times it perfectly. He dips, and then bam, he gets a right hand right over the top of his jab. Like art, like poetry in motion. Just beautiful, beautiful, perfectly timed shot. Joe Smith comes forward, attacking in straight lines and smothering his work, and then dips before he throws that punch, and it's just beautiful. Something to notice. Notice that Artur starts his right hand right when he sees an inkling of the jab, and then Joe winds his up, dips and winds his up. He doesn't even stand a chance of landing that shot. That's the power of studying your opponent and his tendencies and his flaws. But also something you might have missed is he noticed on film that Joe Smith would double jab. So he normally came over the top of that right hand after a double jab. See right there, he draws the jab in and then jabs with him. Then he picks his feet up, moves back, angles off to the other side, and then jabs. Notice his lands and Joe's misses because he's not directly in front of him. Now he backs up, angles off, draws the jab in again, parries it, catches it with his glove, and he knows the other one's coming, so what does he do? Wait for it to come, punch is already in effect, bam, right hand over the top. Beautiful. That's why film is so important to fighters, studying the film. But listen to Artur's trainer break down the KO.